Before, have you ever really thought about how little we know about the people in front of us? Every day, we meet people who seem warm, friendly, and even perfect, but looks aren't always what they seem to be. A bright smile could hide a storm of fear. Behind strong words, a weak sense of self-worth shakes in the background. People wear masks to hide who they really are in a world that is very focused on appearance, and where appearance often means more than substance. The good news is that you don't have to be a psychologist to see through the trick. There are two small but strong things about a person that show who they really are, tiny holes that let their true self show through, usually when they least expect it. Not hard to understand or mysterious. These are normal things that happen every day, but they can show you everything if you look closely. What if you could read the soul's quiet language and see things that words can't describe? To tell if someone is real not by what they say, but by how they act. You'll never look at people the same way again after learning these two important signs. You might also be able to see yourself better. Make sure you subscribe to the Deep Psyche channel before we start. On that channel, we share videos that are meant to awaken, heal, and raise your inner world. Let's start. Carl Jung once said, "When two personalities meet, it's like two chemicals coming together. If there is a response, both are changed." But what should someone do when the other person has no value for them, no effect or benefit? That's when their real nature comes out. Pay attention to how someone treats a waiter, a cleaner, a stranger wanting to know how to get there, or someone who messed up. Someone who is empathetic doesn't make a difference. Being kind isn't something they do to impress others. It's just who they are. People who look down on those less powerful, on the other hand, often have secret insecurities that are covered up by their need to feel greater. So, being cocky around weak people isn't just bad manners. It's really a psychological hurt. It shows an unresolved relationship with the self, a mistaken need to be in charge because they're afraid of not being important. Even though they are small and easy to miss, these times show how emotionally mature a person is. Keep an eye on it. Do they say thanks to the barista? Are they going to wait for the front desk worker? Or do they act like they're better than other people? A lot of psychologists agree that these actions can teach you more than big, dramatic gestures. Why? Because when they have nothing to gain, they are who they really are. Ask yourself, how do I treat people who have nothing to offer me? As you watch others, should I run right by them? Or do I pause long enough to connect, even if it's just a smile? Being real isn't loud. The life of it is in quiet decisions. A promise is not just a line. It's a soul deal. People don't just promise to keep their word when they give it to you. This shows how much they respect honesty, trust, and morals. It doesn't matter how small the promise is. It matters not what you do, being on time, answering a call, or keeping a promise you made in passing. Because making big choices doesn't build character. It's shaped like a small one. What you do, not what you say you'll do, is what Jung thought you were. People who keep their word, even when it's not practical, show you what their inner compass is like. Their deeds match what they believe in, and that lineup is very rare and valuable. If someone breaks a word, how they deal with it is just as important. Do they take care of things? Explain in an honest way. Or do they put the blame on other people, play down the harm, and carry on as if nothing happened? People know Brené Brown for her work on being vulnerable and having courage. She tells us that being emotionally mature means taking responsibility for a broken promise. Also, that's what you want, not perfection, but honesty. Keep an eye on the trends. Does this person give you too much? Does it happen over and over? Or do they do their job regularly and quietly without needing praise? That's because someone you can count on will keep their word, even when it's about small things. Again, look at yourself. Are you keeping the promises you make to yourself and to other people? Have you kept your promises to yourself and your goals? It's not just about relationships to keep your word. It's about respecting yourself. How someone treats people who can't repay them, and how they keep their promises are like mirrors that show what kind of person they are. Don't get caught up in charm or confidence the next time you meet someone new. Keep an eye on how they act when no one is around. That's where the truth is. And while you do that, keep this in mind. Other people aren't authentic. You should take care of that part of yourself. This movie may have moved, inspired, or helped you understand something better. Please subscribe to the Deep Psyche channel and share it with someone who values depth over surface. We're not just here to get bigger. We're here to change things.